Dr. Shaina Arora from Chandigarh University, India. Welcome, Dr. Arora. Dr. Arora is an assistant professor at Chandigarh University, Mohali in Punjab, where she also completed her Ph.D. in commerce. Since 2018, she has held various academic positions at the university and made significant contributions to teaching, research, and innovation. She has published numerous national and international research papers and has filed several patents, both at the national and international levels, which are recognized for their originality and innovation. Her dedication has been honored with multiple awards, including the Best Teacher of the Department, Best Assistant Professor Award, and Best Research Awards. Dr. Arora has been invited as a keynote speaker at various academic conferences and events, sharing her expertise in teaching and learning. She is deeply committed to fostering an academic environment that empowers students to explore their potential and achieve their aspirations. Welcome, Dr. Shaina. Over to you.
Hi everyone, this is Dr. Shaina from Chandigarh University. So sorry, there was some network connectivity issues, right? So, yes, let me just start with my today's session. First of all, I am just trying to share my screen. Give me a minute. Okay, so if I'll be starting my today's session, it is all about the cultural intelligence model, right? Basically, I first of all, I would like to discuss with you that there are two different things that is culture, values, and ethics. First of all of we should learn the difference between these things because basically we misinterpret with these things that both of these things are same, but actually culture, values, and ethics, these all are the three different things, right? So if I talk about ethics, first of all, ethics means that when we know the difference between what is right and what is wrong, basically, right? And if I talk about the culture, culture basically means that wherever we are, we need to adapt with the different cultures. We need to go on with the different environments as well. We need to understand our surroundings also.
Dr. Shaina, sorry to interrupt, but we can't see your screen yet.
Just wait a second, please.
Sure.
Is it visible now?
I can see the notification, but I can't see the screen just yet.
Okay.
Maybe there's just a lag. Uh, the team here is asking if you would like them to share the presentation on their.
Yes, if possible, please.
Actually, I can see it now. We can see your slides.
All right. Actually, there is some issue in sharing my screen again. So if your team can share it, please
All right.
go ahead.
Let me arrange that. Salisha, can we share the presentation, please?
Sure,
Thank you.
sure. I will have to present this.
Okay, coming right up, Dr. Arora. Thank you, Ms. Alisha.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing my screen. Right. So let me just start with our session that if I talk about the culture, values, and ethics, first of all, we are going to discuss about the culture intelligence and the global management. So when we talk about the global thing, we talk internationally. So culture is one of the term which creates the great insights in the mind of the various experts in the minds of the great various professionals as well. That what it is. Right. So, culture, values, and ethics. First of all, I'll just go with the ethics. Ethics refers to that what is right and what is wrong. When you know the difference between both of these two things, then you go on with the ethics as well. And when we talk about the values, values comes from your upbringing. That what you have learned from your upbringing. And now, if I would like to talk about the cultural intelligence or culture, first of all, culture basically refers to the surroundings. We always find the different culture at the different places. That means we need to adapt the different culture as per our surroundings, as per our different scenarios wherever we are. If we are going at some religious places, we are into some different culture. If we are going at some party with our friends or anyone else, right? We are in the different culture. If we are with our family, we are into a different culture. If
Dr.
we are with our
Saina,
friends, we are into a
I'm
different.
sorry to interrupt, Dr. Saina.
Yes.
Uh, I think you not turn on your camera. I hope you can turn on your camera so we can see you. Is there
Okay.
any issue regarding your video?
Yes, there are some issues because my screen keeps on closing again.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Maybe you can try it again. I am sorry for interrupt your session,
No
Dr.
problem.
Saina.
No problem. I'm just sharing with my
Yeah.
background.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it fine?
Maybe you can add the wallpaper of the event, Dr. Saina.
Yes, I'm trying to add, but it's not adding.
Hmm.
Just wait a second.
Yeah, it's fine, Dr. Saina. You can continue your presentation. I'm sorry for interrupting earlier. You
No
can go
problem at
on.
all. Right. Uh, can we go on at the agenda page, please? Right. So yes, here we need to understand the different cultural dynamics, which refers to the in the cultural training, local insights, inclusive policies, feedback loops, diverse teams, and cultural celebrations as well. Because we need to adapt at the different places, we need to adapt the different cultures wherever we are. If we want our growth and success into our businesses, into our organizations, or wherever we are working, we need cultural training first of all. Because cultural training, if you may have heard about the different models into the cultural dynamics, maybe a Hofstede model, Trampinas model as well. So in the cultural training, it is really very important to go on with the understanding that implementing the ongoing cultural training for all the team members across the regions, because wherever we are working, we are going to find out the different people at one place, and it is very difficult to understand the language of the different people, to understand the what the values of the different people, because sometimes our gestures may play a wrong insight over the other, right? So that's why whenever we are working in any organization, cultural training is very important, because training is something when we are making our employees happy and ready for all the work. Right. So here we need to understand the cultural dynamics. First of all, there's the cultural training, and then we need to understand for the local insights as well. where we are utilizing the local experts to gain the insights of the cultural practices and the different customs also. And of course, if we are working anywhere, there are the different policies that will be diversifying the different backgrounds and the perspectives. If we need to make our employees happy. So, like if I correlate this with the employee retention, retention refers to that we need our efforts or organizational efforts to keep and retain our employees into the organization. So HR has to make some of the diversified policies for all the employees by taking into consideration that from which place they are or what kind of the feedbacks the people will have, right? So some feedbacks, if we are taking as an organization, it will also lead to the success of the organization. And the another cultural dynamic is the diversified teams, because if we have the different brains, if we have the different people at one place, we need to diversify and enhance the creativity and innovation in the problem solving. Because there are some of the problems. If there is a problem, only then we can go on with the success. Only then we can find out the solutions for that. Right, different brains will run. Of course, that will be leading to the different kind of the innovation into the organization. Plus, there are the different cultural celebrations as well. Like there should be some kind of the events. Event management is also very important in understanding the different cultural dynamics also. Because if we are taking care of the employees into the organization, that from which background they are, and we are organizing some of the events as per their culture. Because like I already told you, culture is always different at different places. You may go anywhere, you will find a different culture. So yes, it is a very dynamic thing, right? Next slide, please. Okay, now this is one of the cultural intelligence framework where we may find out the dimensions. The cultural knowledge is very important, adaptability, and the communication is also important. First of all, if I talk about the dimensions, right, it will have the individual traits, or it may also go on with the building the understanding plus cross cultural training. It should be there. The cross cultural training is something that if we need to understand the different cultures, right, we need to train the people. We need to set their minds on one thing, that yes, different to understand the different perspectives is very important. Because sometimes whatever we are thinking, we are taking it intentionally that other person is thinking wrong about us, right? So how it will impact, it enhance the global management, and definitely it will be leading on with the cultural knowledge, understanding the cultures, informing the decision making. Plus it will also help us to understand the market analysis as well. Market is something that it is not just a place. Market is understanding the needs and wants of your customers, right? So when you're understanding the needs and wants, what other people want, it is going to improve the strategy alignment. Because when we are understanding the other people, right, it will improve our strategy, because according to them we can make our strategy to understand or to solve this problem, right? And if I talk about the adaptability, it is some kind of the flexibility approach. Because adaptability is something again that if it is different at different places, we need to adapt, and some facilities we need to interact with each other, right? And we need to have the global team management or collaboration as well. It will also lead to the project success, because if we are understanding the global collaboration, what other people are thinking about us and how it will impact our organization, so definitely it will go on with the project success also. Plus, communication, very, very important. Because here, if I say that if you're not communicating with the other person rightly, it will create a like great problem in the organization, right? When we exchange the information from one person to the another person, it will strengthen the information. If you're not able to understand anything, it should be mentioned in the training that if you're not able to understand anything, we need to ask it again and again from the other people, right? It will also lead to the negotiation tactics, because if we understand the perspectives of the others, then it will foster the trust and respect for the other people as well. So, what insights we can say here, that it will increase the performance, it will enhance the innovation, it will also have the better decision making aspects as well, right? Okay, next slide, please. Okay, now here are the cultural dimensions impact on the different strategies. What are the things that we need to keep into our mind? That is, first of all, it is related with the global mindset. That is understanding the diverse and the global perspective strategies. What strategies are going on in the worldwide? Because there are the different policies and different strategies, like for the different people who belongs to the different backgrounds. So here the cultural awareness is important. Like if you may have heard about the ADA model, right? ADA model is something that awareness, interest, desire, and action, right? First of all, we need to aware what people are thinking, right? What actually they want? What is the mindset of the people who are really working with us? Right, then we need to create the interest of the people to understand our culture, to understand our dimensions as well, right? Then you need to create the desire among the people for awareing the for understanding the implications, that what are the implications that may happen into the organization as well, right? Plus, can you just keep my screen bigger? Yeah, thank you. Okay. Next one here is the adaptive strategies. We need to adapt on with the strategies that if we are going to go on with the management strategies, that should correlate with the local cultures as well. Because if we have the different people from the different teams, from the different cultures, from the different backgrounds, it will definitely foster the collaborations and culturally diversified teams as well. And communication style is very important because if you're communicating with someone and if the other person is not able to understand anything, right, we need to prefer the right mode of communication, that what in what language the other person will be comfortable in understanding the strategies, in understanding the global impact as well, right? And that's how we can take on with the decisions where we can incorporate the culture insights and the different strategic choices as well, right? Okay, next slide, please. Now, if I talk about the global talent management challenges, that is related with the SWOT. SWOT, all of you may have heard about that: strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. Strength and weakness, both of these are the internal things in the organization because only there's one organization who may know their strengths better, right? And weaknesses better. Like if we take on us on the individuality also, only we are the people who know our strengths, who know our weaknesses, and opportunities and threats are always external because there are always the external opportunities where we can find out that what are the opportunities available for us and how it can be beneficial for us as well. Plus, it may lead to the threats in the particular organization, that outside what are the threats going on, what are the challenges that may be related with the economic, that may be related with any of the geographical situation, that may be any of the related with the natural calamities as well. Again, I will say that you need to go on with the where the river is flowing, right? You cannot stop the river to flow, right? You need to learn how to swim in that river. So basically, if there are some opportunities, if there are threats, you should know this thing, that how to grab an opportunity, how to understand one threat as well, so that you should have a backup plan for the things, how to cope up with the situations, right? So there are the diversified workforces that may lead to the innovations. If there are different teams, we may have the more of the innovation into our organization. Plus, if I talk about the weakness, due to cultural dynamics, there can be some cultural misinterpretations and cultural misunderstandings as well, right? So another, if I talk about the opportunities, it may lead to the like what are the new things that may run into the different organization. Accordingly, we can make our employees learn how to open up globally and how to learn in the different investments that is really needed to enhance the employee engagement and effectiveness as well. Right. So threats, it can be the political threats, that where the regions that which may affect the talent mobility plus global assignments as well. So there are some of the rapid technological changes as well. Sometimes our people will not be able to adapt, and that may be due to the cultural difference, that may be due to the age differences as well. So there can be the threats. So we should always learn this thing, that how to cope up with the threats as well. Right. So these are some of the challenges that maybe that can be there into the global talent management is there. Okay, next slide. Okay, so there are some of the strategies into the cross-cultural communications. First of all, like you need to understand everything, because understand problem, what is the problem that is running in the organization due to cultural effects, right? Who are the people who are not able to understand the cultural differences and the communication styles that can relate to the preferences as well. And listening is very important, because if you are not listening the other person correctly, it may lead to the like losses in the organization, or we can say it may conflict the different viewpoints that may have the different perspectives thoroughly. Then we need to emphasize, that means with the others, you need to build the trust and reduce the miscommunication that might be on with the risk as well. Also, you need to adapt with the communication style, and so that may suit the diverse cultural context effectively. Plus, you need to clarify that what is the meaning of a particular word that you might be saying into the particular organization, on that can be the different for the different people as well. You need to respect the respect cultural values and practices during the communication efforts as well. And you also need to engage in the open dialogues, that kind of the situational based analysis, that if this thing will happen, how a particular person will will solve that kind of the problem as well. There will be the different viewpoints, brainstorming will be there, and here we can have the different cultural insights as well. You can also educate oneself about the various cultures, plus improve. You can also improve the communication effects too, right? Further, please. Okay. Next, we have the leveraging diversity for the innovations. First of all, you need to see what are the problems that can be faced into the limited availability, or that can be settled with the creativity and hinder some of the innovative solutions as well. And then you need to find out the different alternatives, that what are the solutions that can be offered into the organization. Plus, you may share the different insights and ideas for one thing, right? And there are some of the benefits that may relate to the diversity, that may lead to the enhanced problem solving and improve the business outcomes for that one particular place. Move on, please. Right? So this is all about our session. Thank you so much. If you may have any questions, you can ask.
Thank you, Dr. Shaina. Uh, One of the questions that we have is that, in your view, which component of cultural intelligence is the most challenging for global managers to deal with?
There is one that may everyone will agree on this, I think, that feminism is one of the things which is very challenging component, because people may think about that women stereotyping is there, that when people will think about that only men may do these things, only women may do these things. So there are some kind of the cultural barriers that is stopping a woman to do and to go on with the professionalism, to go on with the different success areas as well. So yes, this is one of the component which is very challenging. And plus, there's one more component that where we can talk about individualism, right? That is a component where people are thinking about that only I can do this thing, right? They are not focusing on the teamwork. They should understand this thing, that if they will be working in the team, only then they can have the success for the organization plus their individual careers as well, right? So this is, yes, these are some of the challenging components in the cultural areas.
Um, Thank you, Dr. Shaina, for highlighting a really important point. Uh, One other question that we have in the group chat is, Dr. Arora, in what ways can global teams' synergies be predicted through cultural intelligence matrix? And how do these metrics interact with organizational level cultural frameworks?
See, like I already told you, that culture is always different at different places. We may not find the same culture everywhere, right? So we need to understand the metrics of the different cultures. We want the cultural training first of all, right? And there where every employee should understand that everyone has different perspectives. Everyone may have the different gestures to represent some things, right? So yes, this is one of the metric where we are understanding, and sometimes we are misinterpreting the other people things, that what other people wanted to say. If we are not able to understand something, or if we felt bad for anyone's representation, we may talk to that other person. And yes, this is communication. We need to communicate with the other person, and yes, listen the other person carefully, so that we may work in the team and create a better working environment as well.
Thank you, Dr. Shaina. One last question, which is, I think, really important, is what practical strategies can managers use to effectively communicate across diverse cultural teams?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
What practical strategies can managers use to effectively communicate across culturally diverse teams?
Okay. So there are some of the strategies that managers are using for practically communicating with the others. That is understanding the people, first of all, that how many number of the people are working in the organization, what type of the people are working in the organization, and how they have to communicate with them, like what kind of a training need to be given to them, because it's very difficult to understand the mindset of the people. We don't know what's running in the people's mind, right? So yes, it is a very challenging component that managers are practically communicating with the other people. They may go on with the one-on-one communication. First of all, this is one of the strategies that they can apply, or one of the practical strategy, that one-on-one communication will help them to understand what actually the employee wants, right? And how they would like to work in the particular organization. If they have any issues, they can talk to the another employee as well, that if that person is having any kind of the issues, then also they can solve on at one desk, right? And the problem should be solved at there. Because if I talk about, there are some irate personalities in the organization. Like if they are saying bad things, they are not about the particular organization, it will create a negative impact on the different mindset of the people. So yes, I think one-on-one communication is one of the best practical strategy to adapt by the managers. I hope I have answered the question.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Shaina. Thank you for sharing your thoughts about cultural intelligence and the metrics, and how some practical tips on how that can help managers and organizations. So, thank you very much.